Sometimes you just can't see her side. Mo's got a friend who's sort of in a fight with an ex, right? And you just don't understand her take on this at all.
No, yeah. So my dude is going through a breakup, and his ex had a request, and she was really serious about it, and he couldn't figure out how she could have this request, being that they have broken up, and I couldn't either. And I talked about it on Jade and Mo in the afternoons, thinking to myself, there's no way that this is a thing. And a lot of women called up and was like, nope, I get it. So, ladies, I have a question. So to give you the full background, they were together for about 3 years. And recently they broke up sometime in January, pretty much because he has always had a really good friend who is a woman. It's like one of his best friends. And she's attractive. She's a very attractive woman. So when he got into this relationship, she kind of had some insecurities about him remaining friends with her. But he was always honest, like, listen, I've known her the majority of my life. I am never not being her friend. He's had issues with this in the past, I guess, with other women he would date, where they were like, I'm not comfortable with you being friends with her. And in this particular instance, he told her straight up, well, then we can't be together because that's my friend.
Had they dated before?
No.
Always been friends?
Always been friends.
Okay.
There's no type of anything there. And so...
Is she dating somebody?
That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. I know she was. I don't know. She probably still is.
Okay.
I'm not sure, though. Maybe not.
I don't even think that should matter. But anyway, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
It does for girls. Yeah. It's like when you have a best friend that's hot and single, you're like, And then if you find out that they were romantically involved in the past, even if it was like we kissed once and it was weird, I'm still like, I don't want you to be friends with her.
But they haven't.
No.
But they haven't.
No, there's no history there. And so he kind of saw it coming because it would come up, I guess, a few times where she would ask questions like, is she going to be there if he was going places? And he was like, yo, I don't get it because you don't ask me if any of my male friends are going to be there. And to him, it's like, it's the same thing. Why are you so pressed about her? And which obviously, in the back of his mind, he has an idea of why it was. And so do I. I think it's honestly because of how attractive she is. And so eventually the three of them met. They were in the same place. And I guess his ex felt away because the friend didn't go out of her way to say hello to her. So they were all in the same setting and everyone's meeting. And she felt away because the friend didn't go out of her way to say hello. And that led to her feeling away about that. And I guess she had a couple drinks. And she approaches his friend. They get into some kind of argument. He doesn't know exactly why they're arguing, but they're arguing. And it was enough for him to go, you know what? I got to separate myself from this. We're done. They've tried to fix it ever since. Guess it didn't work out. He feels like you had no reason to approach my friend. She felt like it was disrespectful for her not to say hello. She should have said something. And she claims that she didn't go over there to argue with her. She just went over there to talk to her, and it just went ugly. For whatever reason it did. And she feels like, no, your friend knows what she's doing. So they had a beef. They broke up. Now, mind you, this was sometime in January that this happened.
Now, were there other problems going on in the relationship also? This isn't the only thing, right?
According to him, no.
This is it.
According to him, like, they were good, and that's why he was really bothered by it, because he didn't get, like, why you would do that. If there's nothing going on, there's never been a sign of it, he feels like it's just pure insecurity, and he don't like that.
I have so many questions, but I know you're not going to know the answer to them.
I might.
Okay, so when they met up at a neutral location, right?
Yep.
Okay, so who was there first?
Yeah, I don't. You're right.
Yeah. Because like if you're already there and then a person arrives, I feel like as a person who arrives, you typically go and say hi to everybody after, like if there's already people. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
You just I
I'm
wish
splitting
we
hairs.
had a video
Yes.
seeing exactly what was happening, because she's on edge to begin with, and if she doesn't get the over the top hello that she thinks that she should get, but she gets a hello, then in her mind, it can go sideways really, really quickly. So who knows?
Why is it up to the other woman to read her mind and show her the utmost respect as the new girlfriend? Like, she's just living her life as a best friend. The insecurity lies with the girlfriend. The girlfriend should want to get to know this person better so she doesn't feel that way anymore.
The insecurity does lie with the girlfriend, but also you have to go with, like, we always talk about women's intuition, and there are people who will give you a cold shoulder and not speak to you, and you can, the friend could be doing that.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up, because according to him, that's where the big argument started, where she felt like she had a woman's intuition, and he felt like he was tired of that. Like
Tired of that.
I want to date you, but not your intuition.
Right, because in his mind, if something was going on, he would get it. But because there's not, he doesn't get it.
I think once you're grandfathered in before that whole relationship, look, we've been friends forever, man. Get over your insecurities.
I agree with that, unless the friend is treating her differently and being dismissive when they're hanging out and not speaking to her. That would be an issue.
Here is Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Good morning, guys. I think I totally agree with Kristen because as a girl, like we can be petty. So I think like she might, even though they've been friends for so long, she might actually like him and not know how to tell him or feel like their friendship won't develop into a relationship. So, I mean, I think it would be rude. It's like it's a sign of disrespect. Like, why, if we've been friends for so long, why wouldn't you say hi to my girlfriend? Like, when you know that we've been together for so long.
See, I don't even think there's romantic feelings there. However, you do know, like when you start dating somebody, you don't see your friends as often. And some people are like that. Like once they start dating somebody, the friends kind of like take a back seat. So maybe if she's a good friend and he's dating her and she hasn't been, he hasn't been around her as much or spending time with her, there could be a little jealousy or resentment about some time, but not in a romantic sense. Just that, I never get to see my friend anymore because he's always with her.
So either way, they're broken up now.
Yeah, they're broken up now. And this debate that we're having is exactly the debate that they're having, and they can't seem to get past it. And so she called him, I think, about a week after Valentine's Day, and they finally spoke. And she was pissed that he didn't reach out to say anything on Valentine's Day. And that's the part I don't understand.
That's too much.
Everything else was just like a precursor to get to this instance.
Yes,
It's too
exactly. And I was like, what? And then there were women who were like, no, they were together for a certain amount of time. And he felt like, I didn't even want to celebrate Valentine's Day when we were together.
Right.
Like, so why would I go out my way to celebrate it when we're not? And she felt like that's the least you could have done was at least wish me a happy Valentine's Day. And I'm like, even if y'all just broke up in January.
I gotta start texting my exes Happy Valentine's Day now.
Yeah, that's going to go over well.
That's the thing.
Is that not crazy? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
so that made me feel like when you put the entire thing into perspective,
Yeah.
he's got a valid point here.
She lost me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much.
It's too much.
Too much.
The Bert Show.